Hello friends, last time we saw what a phoneme is. A phoneme is the smallest functional distinctive sound unit of a language. Now we find, so we said this is P is a phoneme. This is a phoneme. But when you use, po or top and pop, see the P sounds, you will find slight variation. We don't say like this, P. This is P, but we don't say P. We don't say top P, top P. We don't say pop P. We don't say. So that means, although these sounds are P, phoneme, there is slight variation. And the variant of a phoneme you call allophone. So allophone is variant of a phoneme. See, if you have got 20 vowel sounds in English, 12 pure vowels and 8 diphthongs. Now you see, if you write like this, E, 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 A, O, and then you have got U, See that? This vowel sounds. And place the P here. What you will find is that each P is slightly changed. Each P. Why? Who changes it? The next sound. So what do you call this is, the situation is a phonetic context. A phonetic context means the context in which the sound occurs. Here the context is EE. So EE has some influence on this P. We don't say P-E. We don't say P-E. We don't say P-E. But the next vowel, the vowel near to it, influences the pronunciation of the P sound here. This I am just giving an example. This happens with all the 44 sounds, so all the 24 consonant sounds in English. So all the 24 consonant sounds in English, you cannot say they are pure, they occur in language, in speech, in the speech act, in its pure form. In its pure form you call phoneme. But if it undergoes slight changes because of phonetic context, there will be variations in the pronunciation. And those variations cause slight changes. The same thing, variation and changes. So what we actually find is not, what we actually use is not a phoneme, but we use allophones. Because all the 24 consonant sounds are influenced by phonetic context, and phonetic context will definitely affect slight changes in the phoneme. And when a phoneme is changed, even if it is change is slight, it becomes a variant. And therefore what we find is, in actual life or actual speech, we use only allophones. But the pure sound remains as such, bilabial, voiceless, plosive. In context, phonetic context, they undergo slight changes. Another clear example is, you might have come across this symbol like this, P and a small H as diacritic. So this means this is aspirated. Aspirated means when you pronounce this P, it is accompanied by a puff of air, P, like this. And this happens when voiceless, plosive, like P, T, K, occurs in the beginning of a word. So it is pin, thin, and kick. So these sounds will be accompanied by a small H sound or a puff of air or like this. Pin, you can feel it here. Pin, tin, kick. But these per and ter will be different from, see, this P in spin, in stick, and in skits. See, this per, ter, and ter is different from per, ter, and ter. Because since they occur in the initial position, again phonetic context. Occurring in the initial position is a phonetic context. So they are accompanied by a small H sound or puff of air. Pin, you said that. Pin, tin, kick. But here it is spin, then stick, and skit. So we will say that this aspirated per is the variant of per. Aspirated ter is variant of t, ter phoneme, and ker is ker phoneme. And this happens with all these vowels. Phonetic context, that's the point. In phonetic context, phonemes undergo slight changes. Those slightly changed phonemes because of the phonetic context is known as variance. Variant. And variant of a phoneme is an allophone. Another example I will tell you, then it becomes easy for you. You have got notebook. Notebook. So let's say it's like that. This is like the per phoneme notebook. But then you have got varieties of notebook. 200 pages, 100 pages, 40 page, ruled, unruled, and so on. So the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 variants are there. But they are all notebooks. Understand? They are all notebooks. Like that, this aspirated per and all the per sounds occurring just before vowels, they are all per sounds. But they are like this. Understand? Or you can take jalebi. Jalebi, you have white jalebi, red jalebi, yellow jalebi. Depending on the color. If no color, white. If red, it is red jalebi. But all the three are jalebis. They are variants, variety. Understand? Or you take cake. Example of cake. You have got a carrot cake. You have got a red sweet cake. You have got iced cake. You have got what other kind of, many types of cakes are there. Fruit cake and so on. But the central stuff is, the main stuff is cake. So, many things are common with them, but slight variation takes place depending on what you add. Isn't it? What you add to it. It's like this. I think now it is clear. So, an allophone is the variant of a phoneme, and the variation happens because of the phonetic context. Just as a notebook is a notebook, but variation takes place because of the number of pages, ruling, or plain paper, or hardbound, or lamination, but it's notebook. So, variant of notebooks, variant of a phoneme, variant of cakes, variant of jalebis, variant of cars. You have plenty of cars now. Variant of mobile phones. You have got how many types? But they are all mobile phones. The small ones are, big ones are there, isn't it? With Android, without Android, with many facilities. So actually you are not using a mobile phone in its original form or pure form. You are using it only the variant form. That is the allophones of your mobile phone. You have a mobile phone, another person has, they are allophones. It means variants. So like that. So in actual speech, we cannot use a pure phoneme. You can only use allophones, because in actual speech, all the phonemes are colored by or influenced by phonetic context. I hope you understand what is an allophone. An allophone is a variant of a phoneme, because of its occurrence in a phonetic context. Bye. See you again.